German Chancellor Angela Merkel had came to a press conference in the U.S. that was joined with Trump, and I don't know. Apparently, like they didn't handshake or something like that, or it seemed, I don't know, but it's not really the topic of this segment. But so there was a question asked to Trump by a German reporter about his tendency to just call anything fake news that he doesn't like or he dislikes because it's information that proves the argument against him or goes against him. So Raw Story says President Donald Trump on Friday hit back at a German reporter who asked him about his obsession with labeling any piece of information he didn't like as fake news. During a joint press conference with German Chancellor Angela Merkel, a German reporter asked the president both why he supported isolationist trade policies and why he was so scared of diversity in the news, referring to Trump's repeated attacks on unfriendly media outlets. Trump started off his response by sarcastically calling her a nice, friendly reporter before pivoting to her first question about his support for protectionism. "I'm a traitor. I'm a fair traitor," Trump insisted. "I'm a traitor that wants to see good for everybody worldwide, but I'm not an isolationist by any stretch of the imagination." Why is being an isolationist such a bad image anyways? Like, the whole idea of protectionism is not a bad thing currently. So that question is BS. I don't agree with that. But to move on to the thing. I don't know what newspaper you're reading, but I guess that would be another example of, as you say, fake news, he said. As Trump accused the reporter of spouting fake news, Chancellor Angela Merkel looked up from her lectern and gave the president a pointed stare. So basically, when asked the question and prompted, she's just staring at him with a very accusing look on her face. But may sound ridiculous, but I don't know what to tell you about Trump at this point. I mean, first of all, of course, there's the calling everything you don't like just fake news, which is kind of stupid. But on top of that, you have ridiculous things like things like this is what I'm trying to talk about. But I'll give you another example, like him tweeting about basically his foreign policy and talking about North Korea in public. Like, this is one of the fucking scariest things I've ever seen, because North Korea is not something that you can just tweet about, because those people are idiots, retards, and very unstable. And as I've said multiple times, I think that that's a much further national security threat than what I deem not to be a national security threat of Snowden leaking those documents. So this whole thing is just utterly ridiculous. I mean, his whole wiretapping claims have been absolutely smacked down, just destroyed, hammered, fucking kicked and punched in the nose and choked and just destroyed because of this whole thing. So, I mean, Trump is getting into uncharted waters here, and I'm not really sure what else to tell you other than he has massively awkward meetings with foreign leaders, like we saw with Shinzo Abe, the Japanese prime minister. And this is another extension of it, and we're going to see a ton of very, very awkward meetings with foreign leaders that we're going to be able to laugh at and make memes from. What's up, guys? It's Saul Hill here. You guys are watching The Progressive Voice. Make sure you guys click subscribe down below. We're fighting Donald Trump tooth and nail, and we need your help.